What's going on, you guys? Strange Religion here from Midnight Nation with a little guide on world quests, trade routes, fishing, and life skills. We're going to go ahead and start off by diving into this world quest. World quests generally come up every 30 minutes on the hour, so right now it is 1 p.m. Time for a world quest. I did join Channel 1, as that's currently the most popular channel in the Thai closed beta. We're going to summon our Automaton, which is a tier 8 max level automaton, as well as our pet, so that way he can pick up all the loot for us. This quest is called Trio of Brothers, and it has the players killing 3 level 42 boss goblins. They are immune to knock up and knock down, so it's mildly challenging for a low amount of players, but I think here we have 7 players, so it's going to be plenty easy. Oof! That was close. Each player that joins your party is going to make the boss 10% harder. Gonna drop my ult. Drop my second ult as well. The first ult does damage over time to all monsters and immediate damage. The second ult does damage immediately and then puts up these shields here, which reduces the amount of damage my teammates take while standing inside of it. Woo, that is it. That's one of actually the first times I've never died. Saw a couple other players die in there. Still a bit challenging for us. The item level recommendation is 390. I'm at 367, so a little bit below the recommendation. Picking up a platinum there for most damage done, feels good. Picking up a World Quest Runestone box, which is the most valuable part of the World Quests once you get to level 40 and above. The runestones sell for about 15k each for even the most minor. It's very similar to a Diablo-esque system where you take 3 chipped runestones and then upgrade them to a flawed. 3 flawed becomes 3 flawless, etc. Now we're going to be diving into trade routes. So at around level 41 plus, you're going to get access to the trade route system. It is one of the major ways to make money in the game as long as you know what you're doing and you're willing to put in the time and effort. So the way the trade route system works is that you unlock new trade routes as you go by getting access to new zones. You start with the level 39 Hope banner and have access to some of these other nearby trade routes. So you click on a trade route, it shows you what the current prices are, what the average price is, and the highest and lowest price recently, as well as a nice visible bar graph. What I like to do is generally send whatever I get the most profit from, but in low quantities. So here is the Ancient Hearth Plank, of which you can buy 50 per day from your Trade Manager NPC. So we're going to go ahead and just choose Ancient Hearth Plank for now. They cost 1,000 each, and then I can send them off right now. If my trade route was to arrive, I would get 1,163 gold per Ancient Hearth Plank, so that's 100 gold profit. If I send all 60, I'd get about 6,000 gold. So I like to choose the fastest ship, because right now I'm kind of just grinding trade routes, which I'll explain in just a moment. So I'm going to send 1 hearth plank per ship. And I'm going to choose the fastest time. Usually you would choose the fastest time if you're trying to get the most profit because it does change over time. So sometimes you're looking at a 2,000. So for example, let's just take a look at this. I can send up to 40 of one item per the fastest ship. You can also choose these slower ships, which have 100 max capacity, but they take longer to get there. So it tells you the expected profit is 1163 each, but you might suffer a loss due to accident or the price might change in the next 48 minutes. So I sent off, I believe, 4 there. I think that is the max amount I can send. It is indeed the max amount. So you go to situation and you can see what your ships are doing, what they have, and what the current market price is, or the market price when you sent it. Now you have extra slots here, and so the reason we're sending the fastest ship with one product each is so we can get these achievements. In order to get Veteran Trader and unlock my 5th ship trading slot, trade route slot, we have to send off 500 ships. This isn't product based, this is trade based. So every ship you send, regardless of how many items you send on that ship, you're only going to get one trade. Even if I send 100 wood on a slow ship, I'm going to get one total trade. So we're going to be grinding these by sending them out every 40 minutes as often as possible, just so we can unlock the new slots and get the new achievements. Now we're going to delve into how to actually make profit using the trade manager. So you would go to the trade goods store. I've already bought in all 50 of my hearth planks from this NPC today. So we're going to head on over to Dawn Whisper Mountain, and we're going to go to that trade manager as well in order to get new products and then look at the profit margins we can make off that. So this trade manager has a different item. I believe it is the Pure Hearth gold bars. Sure is, and these are 1,100 each per day, and you can buy 50. So what we want to do is we want to buy all 50, and the reason we're stacking up these lower level items like Pure Hearth Gold Bar and Ancient Planks is going to become apparent. We're going to teleport back to our house and take a look at what we can get. A lot of the systems in this game require a bit of explanation and practice, but once you get the hang of them, they're really easy to understand. Most of the items in the game show you where you can use them and what they're for, and then you kind of just have to connect the dots. So this is my house. It is in a conflict zone, which means I can be killed at my house at any time. So let's take a look at what we just bought. So we bought Pure Hearth Gold Bars. I can use this at the Alchemy Woodbench level 4 and 6, and the Weapon Workbench level 5. So we'll just take a look at the Alchemy Woodbench for now. So I believe that's at level 4 and 6. You go to the trade goods, like the Deep Abyss Tonic or the Prime Coolant. The Prime Coolant is going to take 3 Pure Hearth Gold Bars and Tier 4 Sliced Sea Roofie that we're going to be able to get from fishing. So we're going to go ahead and craft 33 of those for now. No, excuse me, we're not going to craft that. So normally what you would do is you would want to craft as many as possible. We'll just go ahead and call it 33. So at a minimum, we can get 33 prime coolants here. If we proc a masterwork proc, which is based on your grade plus outputs and magical crystals, you can actually get double that. So on the best roll, we could end up with 66 prime coolants. The reason I don't want to craft this is because I currently do not have a magic crystal in, but what you would want to have is something like, let's see, cooking armor, jackpot, uncommon additional production. So this item right here will increase my chance to produce alchemical items. The harvest amount, excuse me, this is the wrong one. So I don't actually see it in here. Let's check level 3 and we'll see if level 3 has it. So there it is. Level 3 has the alchemy one. So the alchemy one will give you a 35% increased chance to proc that masterwork, bringing your total up to 135% plus any other bonuses such as from your crafting bonus based on your mastery level. But in any case, you'd put that on here and then you'd have an additional 33% chance to get a masterwork crit. So we'd be looking at somewhere, instead of 33, we'd probably getting something more like 45 or 50 prime coolants. And then with those prime coolants, you'd go to trade area and you can take a look at the different areas that are available. Let's see which of these want prime coolants. So not that trade route. That one did have Deep Abyss Tonic. There's Super Tonic, but not Prime Coolant. Anyway, you can see from some of these that the prices are extraordinary. Quality weapon polishing oil here, selling for 20,000 each. Obviously, if you sent 100, you're looking at a profit of 20 million. There was Superior Coolant again. So I don't have access to all the trade routes right now, but it looks like Prime Coolant is not available to be sold at the moment at any of these. But what was available was the high quality weapon polishing oil. So we'll go over and take a look at the weapon workbench. You might be able to make that with the Pure Hearth gold bar as well. I think it was tier 6 that had said that. Maybe T5. Well, here's Precision Lens. I definitely saw that on there. So for that one, you would need Pure Pelagic Gem Trout plus wood. But basically what's happening is you're taking your trade goods and you're mixing it with some sort of mat that you gather, fish, wood, ore, herbs, whatever the case may be, and then you're creating, here it is, quality weapon polishing oil, and then you're creating this new item via your workbenches. So here is fish plus aromatic hearth pepper, which I haven't been able to buy yet, but I have been getting as a drop from monsters. Then you combine those up, you're able to get some of this weapon polishing oil. That is 10 per for this item. So at most here we could craft 2 with our current amount of aromatic hearth peppers, then we could sell those, and those were going for a lot of money. Next, we're going to be taking a look at life skills. So what you can do is gather out in the world. You can gather from your own crops that you plant. And the best way to gather in the world is to find flying islands. This one's directly above my house. And the reason I have my house here is because we get plenty of really good benefits. It's called premium housing, but you can actually buy it with gold. It has nothing to do with real money. But anyway, having your house in the zone allows you to get one additional earth essence when gathering out in the field, in the world. That's going to be used to upgrade your house, as well as provide you with increased magical crystal benefits. You also get 100% gathering mastery, so you're scaling up twice as fast, and it reduces the vitality required to gather by 33%. So you're able to get extra gathers with your amount of labor points, aka vitality. I always gather right here directly above my house. There's tons of flying resources. Gives you XP as well. I can usually gather somewhere around 100 of these per day, per every few hours when my vitality fills up. So it's nothing crazy, but with 100, I'm getting 100,000 XP. That's pretty decent. That's about what I get from a Sky Terror boss monster. This is slower, but I am gathering plenty of mats. Then what I normally do is I just swap channels. All the things are in the same places, so you can just get all the shit you've already gathered. And then I return to my house, put it all in storage, process it, turn it into things that I need, things like that. Now we're going to go ahead and dive into a bit of fishing. What's interesting about the housing in this game is that there's only a limited amount of houses per zone, and both factions can get those houses. So for instance, the final zone in the game, Lost Land, go to Legend, and turn on Premium Estate Contractor. Lost Land only has 3, 6, 11 houses total in the zone, so across 5 channels that means Lost Land is only going to have 55 houses per server. Only 55 players will be able to have their premium house in the final zone of the game. I think at launch a lot of guilds are going to be rushing this area in preparation to grind there. Your estate manager will let you teleport to whatever city that you have access to. For me, it is Hope Banner. So we're going to take a look over at Hope Banner, increase some of our life skills, and then head off for fishing, which is the final part of this guide. Hopefully this has been informational for you guys, even slightly entertaining. If you would like any other guides made, please leave a comment below, drop a like, and subscribe if you're willing to, but absolutely no pressure as always. So here in Hope Banner, you've got all your little life skill NPCs all in one spot. You're just going to talk to them whenever you need to upgrade. It's really the only time that you have to talk to them. Most of the things that you do are self-sufficient. So my fishing can now be increased. Level 5 gives me access to T5 fishing holes. So right now we're going to head out to my favorite fishing hole. I'm gathering lots of T4 fish. That way I can mass produce some of those trade goods we were looking at earlier. When you're flying, it's always good to use Elixirs of Breeze. Recovers your stamina by 30% and allows you to sprint for 10 seconds straight without consuming any stamina. Oops. So here's the main map. We're going to go ahead and remove the estates. And anywhere there's water is somewhere that you can fish. Starting up at Antaran, you have T1. I think T1 goes all the way to Rocky Falls. Rocky Falls may be T2, but Howling Lands is T2. Used to have my house there. And then T3 is Split Mantle. There's a nice little fishing hole right here, and this is all on the Antari side, but it should be very similar if you're a Vulpin player. We are heading up to the level 44 zone, Dusk Rift Peak, which is a T4 fishing hole. Taking one more Elixir of Breeze to get there. And then we're going to just go over how to fish, what's going on with fishing. Very, very useful. A lot of people don't like fishing, and so the things sell in the auction house for a lot. It says the average trading price on the auction house is $194, but it's actually $2,000. So fish are very, very expensive. It's used in a lot of things, including the trade goods, crafting, making potions. It's a very, very good way to make profit. Also, you can AFK fish, similar to Black Desert Online. So when you get near the water, you just push F, and now auto fishing is on. I will now auto fish at about one fish every 3 minutes until either my fishing pole breaks, which is 40 durability, that is one fish per cast, or my inventory fills up, which would be way faster as we only have 4, 8, only have about 20 slots. So at 3 minutes each, means every 30 minutes I'm going to catch 10 fish. At the current rate, within an hour, my inventory would be full, or within 2 hours, I'd be out of durability. Some of the higher fishing poles do have more durability, so you could fish for longer. There's also plenty of buffs and things you can get associated with ranking up fishing. We're going to take a look at that real quick. So you go to ranking, fishing. Right now we're fishing kelpfish, currently rank 37. Let's take a look at what we're going to get. So as a rank 37 fisherman, we're going to get 4,000 gold and some elixir of crop growth, as well as take a look at kelpfish. This is only for ranks 11 to 50. So we would currently get that. We'd be getting fisherman's grip, so the waiting time would be reduced by 2%, but there's some good ones in here if you're the rank 1 fisherman. Waiting time for the fish to hook minus 4%. Increase the chance of getting a 2,000 gold cost pearl, and the automatic fishing time decrease to increase your AFK fishing. So that about does the video, guys. Hopefully you learned some things. Once you get your ranking effects, you're going to push P and go to ranking. and it shows you everything that you earned. Last week I got second place in Dragon's Vault, which gave me access to the Grace of the Quick-Handed Thief and Grace of the Thief. It's the one I mostly use. I also got rank 3 for taking care of the product, which gave me access to a rank B speed up for harvesting and taking care of other people's plants. So there's plenty of things you can do with the ranking effects. Lots and lots of different things you can go for to be top in each week. But this is the end of the video, guys. It has been a huge pleasure. I'll see you next time. This has been a Midnight Nation production.